Since 1954, the Indianapolis skyline has grown up quite literally. The City-County Building, the Indiana National Bank Tower, the Market Square Building, better known as the Gold Building, to name just a few. Of course, the skyline has lost a couple of familiar landmarks, too. The old Claypool and Lincoln hotels are gone. Channel 8 has been watching these changes while you've been watching us. The Indiana Convention Center opened its doors in May of 1972, operating on its own income and a hotel-motel tax. Within 6 years, this building was housing 465 events, ranging from a rock concert to a political convention. And plans are already underway to expand the exhibit hall. Channel 8 has been watching these events while you've been watching us. As more conventions started coming to Indianapolis, there was the need for additional hotel space. The Hyatt Regency Hotel was the latest addition. Before that, the Hilton Hotel. And now plans are in the works for another hotel on the site of the old Claypool. In fact, at this time, the city boasts 10,000 hotel rooms. Channel 8 has been watching these changes while you've been watching us. Early Channel 8 newscasts used Pathé highlights, newsreels of events around the world. But as news grew in importance, so did our commitment to news. We were the first all-news film station in Indiana, the first to use videotape, and 2 years ago, we were the first all-minicam news station in the city. Channel 8's been going through these changes while you've been watching us. "25 years ago, on July 1st, 1954, Channel 8 signed on the air. Our local newscast that night saw John Frame at the anchor desk, long before this one was built, of course. Phyllis Klein was the weather girl. Luke Walton handled sports. Today, there are 10 times that number of people gathering reports for on-the-scene news. Channel 8's been going through these changes while you've been watching us. Weathercasting has come a long way since Kay Field wrote backwards in the 1950s. In 1978, a blizzard paralyzed central Indiana, but Hoosiers knew the storm was coming. That's because Channel 8 was the first in the market to offer color weather radar, which tracks storms as they cross the state. Channel 8's been going through these changes while you've been watching us. The year was 1954. Channel 8 signed on the air in July. It was the year Bobby Plump hit that famous shot against Muncie Central. Bill Vukovich Sr. won the 500. Among the top movies that year, The High and the Mighty, starring John Wayne. And gasoline, it was selling for 29 cents a gallon. Channel 8's been watching these changes while you've been watching us. Nine years ago, the population of Indianapolis skyrocketed overnight. The city expanded to the borders of Marion County through a consolidation of city and county government. Opponents of Unigov, as it was called, charged that all it consolidated was Republican power. But then Mayor Richard Lugar said it made all the difference in economic prosperity for the city. Channel 8's been watching these changes while you've been watching us. It has been 25 years since Brown versus Board of Education, the historic Supreme Court ruling on school desegregation. The Indianapolis school desegregation case is now in its 11th year. There have been plans for cross-district busing, one-way busing, voluntary busing, and for each idea, an appeal to a higher court. Channel 8's been watching this story while you've been watching us. When people people began moving to the suburbs, many took their shopping with them, leaving behind downtown and its major stores. Many of those stores, however, saw a need to serve those people, and so shopping centers were built. Glendale was one of the first. Lafayette Square is one of the biggest. Now there are more than half a dozen such complexes ringing the city. Channel 8's been watching these changes while you've been watching us. The movement toward suburban living soon included suburban business as well. One of the most spectacular examples, the College Life Pyramids here on the Indianapolis far northwest side. But even those who arrived here in the suburbs early discovered that under Unigov, the city soon was growing out to meet them. Channel 8's been watching these changes while you've been watching us. In 1954, Carmel was just a sleepy village of 1,000 people about a 30-minute drive north of Indianapolis. But the flight to the suburbs changed this rural town into a small city. Until now, there were well over 18,000 people within the Carmel city limits, making this one of the fastest growing areas in the state. Channel 8's been watching these changes while you've been watching us. In 1956, the new $2 million terminal was dedicated here at what was then Indianapolis Weir Cook Airport. That year, some 675,000 passengers used this new terminal. This year, more than 3 million passengers will fly in and out of what is now Indianapolis International Airport. Channel 8's been watching these changes while you've been watching us.
In our city, of course, the month of May is synonymous with this big cavernous arena, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Now, when Channel 8 went on the air back in 1954, Bill Vukovich Sr. won the 500-mile classic. Over the years, A.J. Foyt, the Super Texan, has won the event 4 times, event's only 4-time winner. Channel 8's been watching these changes while you've been watching us. Back in 1967, the Indiana Pacers began play in the old American Basketball Association. Ball club won 3 league titles between 1970 and 1973. 1976 brought entrance to the National Basketball Association. Now with brand new ownership, it's hoped for we'll see that first NBA title. Channel 8's been watching these changes while you've been watching us. The World Hockey Association found some fans in the city of Indianapolis, but not nearly enough to keep the Indianapolis Racers in business. Franchise operated right here at Market Square Arena for 4 years, went to the playoffs twice, won 1 league title, won 113 games overall, and lost 184. Channel 8's been watching these changes while you've been watching us.